Hi, it's Maija here, and today I'm doing the mid-year book freakout tag. I will link the original creators down below. The first question is the best book you've read so far this year, and that's probably The Sorcerer's and the Signet by Patricia A. McKillip. This one, I enjoyed reading it so much. The writing style is just so beautiful, but there were also a couple of really stellar short stories in How Long Till Black Future Month by N.K. Jemisin. Next is best sequel you read so far this year, and that would be the final Murderbot novella by Martha Wells' Exit Strategy. New release you haven't read yet but want to, I would choose Snow White Learns Witchcraft by Theodora Goss, which is a collection of short stories and poems, and A Memory Called Empire by Arkady Martin. I have both of these on my Kindle. My most anticipated release for the second half of the year would be The Twisted Ones by T. Kingfisher or Ursula Vernon. This is her first full-on horror book. I'm really looking forward to it. My biggest disappointment would be Temper by Nikki Drayden. I just had a lot of fun with her debut novel A Prey of Gods, but didn't get along with this one. My biggest surprise of the year so far would probably be How the Best Hunter in the Village Met Her Death by Molly Ostertag. This is a fancy comic that I had bought on Gumroad. I had read one of her comics before, just before this one, The Witch Boy, and found that to be just fine. But this one was very fascinating and I had no idea what it would be about when I picked it up. My favorite new to me author would be Ryoko Kui. This is a bit of a cheat since I read the first volume of her manga series Delicious in Dungeon late last year, but because she didn't have a chance to get into my mid-year book freakout tag last year and I've read 3 of the volumes so far this year, I decided to cheat and put her in this. Also, I've read a lot of books from authors that I've read before so far this year, but she's one of the newer ones that I really enjoy. Next is Newest Fictional Crush, and I don't have one from books, at least nothing came to mind. But have you seen the illicit in the Baldur's Gate 3 trailer? Yeah. My newest favorite character would be The Strength and Patience of the Hill from The Raven Tower by Ann Leckie. Next is a book that made you cry, and I don't think any book so far has made me cry this year, but there was a comic in The New Yorker called How to Draw a Horse, which did bring tears to my eyes, and I will leave a link to it in the description. Some keywords under the comic were horses, illustration, LGBTQ, and it was a really touching story. Then a book that made you happy, and Yotsuba by Kyohiko Azuma always makes me happy. I read volume 14 this year. And then the first book that I read this year was Kissing the Witch by Emma Donoghue, which made me quite happy because it was a very good fairy tale book and I hadn't read one of those in a while. Then is What is the most beautiful book you bought or received so far this year? I really like the cover of The Raven Tower by Ann Leckie, and if you're talking about interior art, then I would choose When I Arrived at the Castle by Emily Carroll. Question number 13 is what books do you need to read by the end of the year? And I have a stack here of books that I believe that I will really enjoy if I would just get to them. Some of these I've owned for quite a while, but those are The Fall of the Kings by Ellen Kushner and Delia Sherman. I've shown this a lot in my videos. Then there's The Tropic of Serpent by Mary Brennan, Under the Pendulum Sun by Jeanette Ng, The Victorian Chaise Longue by Margarita Lasky, The Winged Histories by Sofia Samatar, and I can't believe I still haven't read The Monster Barrow Cormorant by Seth Dickinson yet. Question number 14 is your favorite book community member, and I really enjoyed watching Riley Marie's vlogs and Cody's from Cody's Book Corner's Wheel of TBR videos this year. So that was the mid-year book freakout tag. Let me know if you've also done this tag already this year, and that's all from me for now. I'll see you in my next video.